Coming up on American Builder, Guri heats up the roadway and Sarah gets creative with flowers. The tools, the technology, the reality. American Builder starts right now.
Today we're installing a heated driveway. This is really going to be neat. No more shoveling for this family. We've got Kenny from Winchester Mechanical here. His guys are out front grading the area off. We took out the old asphalt. We're putting down the heating pads. Down on top of that goes the stone dust. In comes the brick pavers. This is going to be awesome.
So I think what we can do is most of the loops from the driveway and the sidewalk, if we want to bring those in and then put some insulation on them and bring the other loop on top, I think we should go in through here.
Yep.
So we can get somebody digging this out right away and get a hole blown through here, and we'll start getting the insulation down. And 10 loops. I have the heat loads in my truck. We can look at that and go through. Okay.
Heat will go to cold, so what we're trying to do is put an insulation barrier on the ground, so heat will drive up, not drive down.
So this is what we use. It's pretty standard, huh, Tony?
Yep, pretty standard.
Pretty standard
it has
stuff.
Aluminum foil on this side. This side has a bubble. It's about 1/4 inch thick. It has an air barrier, and that's where the insulation value comes from, and including the reflective foil. What we want to do over here is not only butt it up against, but we want to bring it up vertically, because heat goes to cold. It will not only try to drive down, it'll also try to drive this way too.
Turning it up.
We do that to keep a vapor barrier. This way we'll have not only insulation value, but as far as the vapor is concerned, keep the moisture out.
Okay.
All right.
This is called using up every bit of insulation you have.
The guys have leveled the driveway, laid down insulation, and are now drilling through the foundation into the basement, where they'll run the radiant heating pipes and electrical between the furnace in-house and driveway.
See, this is an issue right here. We ordered sheets of wire, and we got flat sheets of wire which hold the radiant better, and we got rolls of wire delivered. So now we've got to make this rolled wire work, which wants to roll up on us.
We got the guys right now laying down the insulation. They're seaming it together. We're also drilling through the foundation to run our electrical and the water lines through.
Fill it in your tin so that you know what heat can.
It's the most common way.
The company that delivered the wire took it They thought they were helping us by pre-cutting the wire. And they didn't do us any help at all. How's it going? All right. You getting through? Yep. You got 2 holes there now? Yep. Okay, so 2 holes here, one for the electrical, for the snowmelt sensor, and to accommodate, what do we have, 8 loops, so we have 16 pipes going into this house. So we've got 2 3-inch holes to bring in all 16 pipes and an electrical line. So looks like that's going pretty good. Good, we're almost through. All right, let's do it. Enough standing around. Okay. That's a lot. Let's go. Okay. Yep, right there. As soon as he makes this loop, I need somebody right on this line, right behind him. Here, let's get this tied down right away. You want to jump up here with us, please? That's quiet. Go. Explain to Ralph the reverse return, why we do this.
Because you don't want to have the supply right next to a return. You stagger them so that there's always a hot line and a cold line.
And a hot line,
yeah,
and a cold line.
Instead of the regular serpentine where it just goes out like that. Just distributes the heat better. This way here.
There's 8 loops, roughly around 200 feet each. And they're all going to go into a manifold system in the crawl space where we'll feed hot water to that, and then it's distributed evenly to each loop. Yeah, before you head back, so that really needs to come up to like, Steven doesn't like it because it's not perfectly. Steven, what? Oh no, this is a lot. This is the socket that, there's a sensor that sets in the ground that detects the snow moisture and snow. It turns the system on. This socket has to go somewhere in the driveway. So we're trying to put it somewhere out of the way of the plow, right? Somewhere that's not going to get ripped up. And again, get the wire from this into the crawl space. So we're thinking of the sidewalk maybe. What's going to happen is this is going to go in the driveway, in the pavers. And this line's going to run into the house. There's a sensor in here with 2 wires on it. It's literally going to detect moisture and rain or snow, and it's going to make the system come on. It's a nice brass lid, meant to last for years. See, nice heavy duty.
Hey, the back walkway is all done. It looks great. Kenny and his guys are doing a fantastic job out front. We're out of time, though. We're going to bring you back here next week and show you the front driveway completely done. You want to see us on the web? Go to cn8.tv/AmericanBuilder. I'm Brian Gurry. I'll see you next week. Maybe a little snow by then. We'll really show you how this whole thing works.
Coming up on American Builder, Gurry paves the way. A house falls in Franklin, and Sarah says goodbye to summer. The tools, the technology, the reality. American Builder starts right now.
Hey, we're here today. We're going to start the brick pavers. We got Boulay Landscaper here. His guys are out back. They're going at it pretty heavy. It's going to rain tomorrow. Let's not waste a lot of his time, but this whole heated driveway thing I'm excited about. So let's grab Ray. He's out back working.
To recap the work so far, Winchester Mechanical first came in to level and prep the drive and walkways for the installation of the radiant heating system. Then they laid down heat-reflecting insulation and sealed the seams between the sections of insulation. Next, wire was put down to use as a guide and anchor for the radiant heating tubes. Radiant heat is a form of hot water heating that circulates warm water through special tubing. It can be used beneath floors in a house or, as in this case, to heat a driveway. An electronic sensor is installed to turn the system on and off automatically. Meanwhile, 2 holes were drilled through the home's foundation into the basement. The holes let the radiant heating tubes and electrical sensor be run from the furnace in-house to the driveway and walkways where the tubing is secured to the mesh wire grid with zip ties. Now, Boulay Landscaping's come in and is prepping the drive and walkways before laying down the paving stones.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, how you doing
How's
today?
it going?
Not too bad.
How's everything?
Well, we have some challenges here, but we're doing okay.
Let's talk about the weather for a second. Tomorrow, rain, of course.
Of course, yeah.
So what's your game plan as far as where you're going to get today, and what are you doing about the rain? Or
Well, we're trying to establish our grade and our walkways coming into the driveways. Once we get done with that, we'll work our way back, so if we have to, we can top the end of the driveway.
Okay, so that's all you have to do for tonight. I mean, for tomorrow's rain is just top what you haven't done yet.
Yep, and then let it dry out, and we can come back and start laying brick again.
Looks like you got your work cut out for you. I was looking at it earlier. You've got the pitch of the driveway is this way, the land goes this way. You're also trying to shed the water out, obviously.
Yep.
What's the tricks? Fill me in.
Well, we've established our grade from front to back,
Okay.
side, and back to the roadway over here. What we're going to try to do is carry the water out towards the road, so we want all our water to pitch and go down the road.
And that's the stone right here behind us?
Yes,
That's
this
the
is the
edging.
cobblestone edging, and then the pavers are right beside.
And those are the brick right there. Okay. What are these guys doing now?
They're just trying to get the stone dust level, get it close to grade so we can compact it. We want to compact it every couple inches, and then after that's done, we might have to fine tune it, and then we'll level it.
We'll be back with the completion of the heated driveway. But right now, there's more American Builder that can't wait. We're back at the Crestwood house just in time for the finish of the heated driveway project.
I see you've got a good amount done coming around that corner. This came out nice.
Yep,
The whole thing comes out this perfect. You're all set. And same thing here. This is just going to run this way,
correct.
down, and right off.
Yep,
Stone looks really nice.
yep.
I like the multicolor.
Well, the thing that a lot of people don't do is after it's been down for 2 months, it should be cleaned, and then it can be sealed,
Okay.
and that protects it because it is cement,
Right.
and that helps protect it.
This is the edging.
Yes, it is.
Holds the brick in place. Do you nail every one?
No, we go about every 1.5 feet.
And
2
this will
feet.
bend that radius right there?
Yeah, you have to cut these pieces.
Right, and then
it
and then it
flexes.
goes, okay.
Correct. Yep.
Seems simple, but it's not really a simple
This is very
project.
important, and a lot of people leave it out.
Yeah.
It keeps your bricks from, over the years, from spreading on you, your edges,
Both sides?
both sides.
And then just sort of backfill into it and compact that?
Yep.
That holds it in place.
Yep.
Nice. Well, I'll get out of the way and we'll stay for a while and watch some of this going on.
Okay.
Thanks for the tour.
Thank you. Couple things we want to be careful of. It's not like our normal walkway. We do have those pipes going through, so when we put this edging in, we want to make sure, maybe dig down a little, make sure there's no pipes in the way, okay? Why don't we cut this piece here? We can get rid of this string line, correct?
Yeah.
We'll cut this piece here, and we'll get this corner established.
It's set up when it comes in the pack so that it goes straight. If you cut the joints, you can make the corners. That's straight.
Now, if you notice, this does sit down. It doesn't come up as high as the brick. That's so it's not seen once the walkway is backed up. We're outside the pipe, so we should be good. Okay. Then we'll just continue right up around the corner. And then when you take your sand and your stone dust and sweep it into the walkway, everything will hold tight. Nothing will move, and you should be all set.
We put the edging in tight to this side, and then once we get the edging in on the other side, keeps it nice and tight on both sides. And then when we fill the joints with joint sand, and then vibrate it in, it has no room for any of the pavers to open up or the lines to change, and it's tight on all sides. And then with just the weight of the bricks together on top of the stone dust, it keeps it all tight. It's tight on all sides. The sand that we put in the joints, it's a polymeric joint sand. It's weed resistant. It's insect resistant, so you don't get the ants living in between the bricks. You see the little ant piles in between.
How's it going, Ray?
Not too bad. How you doing
Good.
today?
Hey, nice job, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Came out awesome. I see patterns. You can't really tell. How's it go? Do you just go here? Give me the whole. I thought I'd see lines that lined up, but it's all over the place. I love it. It looks great.
Well, one of the things we did is the lines run this way because when you approach the driveway, we didn't want people to see them. Yeah,
airport run.
It can be hard to keep them straight when you're using. This is a tumbled paver, so we chose to run them across this way, so when you approach, you didn't see them.
Okay.
We had a little bit of difficulty in here when we realized we were lining up, but we just alternated the pavers and solved that problem before it affected the rest of the driveway.
Well, it looks perfect to me. I wouldn't know any better on this right here. I can't see anything, but it just blends even better than I thought. And now I see what you say by running it this way. You don't have any curse whatsoever when you drive by or look at it or anything. That's it for tonight's American Builder. Want to see us on the web? Go to cn8.tv/American Builder. I'm Brian Gurry. I'll see you next week.